Florida gets the 5-4 win over NC State in the second elimination game of this tournament. SEC improves to 4-0 over the ACC. Big win for Florida. How about Brandon Neely and Jack Caglianone just putting the Gators on their back? Just a phenomenal pitching performance here from Brandon Neely. I mean, Neely Neely was 3 innings pitched, 1 hit, 6 Ks. I mean, through over 70 pitches, he's pitched his tail off these last 2 games. I mean, between Brandon Neely and Jack Caglianone carrying the Gators up the entire postseason, not just this game. But I thought overall, clean baseball game. NC State was kind of my sleeper to maybe go win the thing. I thought they could have won both their games. I mean, you're disappointed you go 2 in Q. You're always disappointed when you go 2 in Q. But I thought NC State did it as well as you possibly could. Even if Florida lost this game, you couldn't have been too upset if you're a Florida fan. I mean, yeah, Florida has national championship implications, but they haven't played bad baseball. Only thing I would give Florida, something they need to drastically improve, 29 strikeouts in 2 games in Omaha. Strikeouts got to get down, especially the top of the lineup. It'll be interesting to see what Sully does, what Kevin O'Sullivan does with the top of the lineup as they move in to another elimination game on Wednesday. So they'll play the loser of tonight's Texas A&M Kentucky matchup. So could they get a rematch with A&M? Maybe. Could they see fellow SEC Eastern foe Kentucky, who Kentucky took 2 out of 3 from Florida? But specifically this game, in the top of the lineup, your top 4 guys were all hitless. Cade Curlin, 0 for 4. Ashton Wilson, 0 for 3. Colby Shelton, 0 for 3. Luke Heyman, 0 for 4. And you got Tyler Shelnut sitting there at left field in the 5 spot and 1 for 3. But you won. Survive in advance. Tip of the cap to the pitching staff. And really kind of the bottom of the lineup. Michael Robertson, 2 of 4. But really the pitching staff. I mean, Caglianone didn't look himself. Went 1 inning. It felt like Sully knew Cags didn't have it. Which like, hey, our season's on the line. It's fight or flight. I can't let you hang around another inning to figure this out. Because remember, it was bases loaded, 1 out. And Florida early, I believe it was in the second inning. I'm looking at my notes here. First inning. Remember, bases loaded, 1 out. It could have got rough. He'd walked a guy. Cags didn't look like he had all his stuff. It could have been down 3-4 before you knew it. But he only gave up 1. You felt like you survived that half inning there to get in the game. But you could tell Cags didn't have his stuff right off the bat. But he made up for it with a 3-run shot there later in that top of the second inning for Florida. But overall, though, Florida, I mean, I thought they've been playing good baseball. No errors. Defensively, they were fine. Pitching was fine. It's really that top of the lineup. If they're going to go make a move here out of the losers bracket, go beat Kentucky or A&M on Wednesday, they're going to have to tomorrow, Tuesday. Yeah, so they played I was thinking, so they play tomorrow against the winner of Kentucky, Tennessee, because, we also have – Kentucky, Texas A&M, because we also have the we have the North Carolina, Florida State game in the losers bracket. So that'll be the first game. Pin Florida in tomorrow night as well. They'll play the winner or the loser of the Texas A&M Kentucky matchup. So who would Florida rather play? I mean, it's 1 game, guys. It's baseball. That's why it's tough to judge baseball by 1 game. One of the hardest sports to bet on. Granted, your boys are hot right now. Your boys hot. Have only lost 2. One was an over-under yesterday's Florida State, Virginia over 12.5. Didn't hit that one. But just won this one. Put Florida against NC State tonight. I don't know. Florida's maybe future opponent will be in that. It definitely will. But Florida specifically in this game, the top of the lineup's going to have to produce if they want to go beat Texas A&M and Kentucky, back to my original point. Either one of them, Florida's top of the lineup is going to have to improve. It's something – it hadn't been there. They've been striking out too many times. It'll be interesting to see what Sully does. It'll be real interesting overall to see what Sully does from a lineup standpoint overall there. I mean, it really will. I mean, I'm looking through some other comments and stuff, see what people have been saying. Let's see. There really is not much more to go off of. I mean, I don't want to extend you over in this instant reaction when we don't have to, guys. But, again, I thought Florida's playing as good as baseball as they have. They just got to get it fixed at the top of the lineup offensively. That's really the big difference for Florida in this one. But it really, for them to move on, to have a chance, they're going to – that's what it's getting. Kevin O'Sullivan and the Gators know that. You're not telling them anything they don't know. If you watch the game, you saw the top of the lineup go combined. I read it just a minute ago. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 11, 14, over 14 today with 5, 7, 8 Ks. That's not going to get it done against Kentucky or A&M. I don't care who it is. I really don't care who it is. You need more out of Cade Curlin and Colby Shelton, guys like that. But if I'm Florida, I'm going to go get Brandon Neely's arm rested. If I'm Florida, I'm going to go get Brandon Neely's arm rested because he got to go again. They're going to have to ride him. They're going to have to ride him through the rest of the tournament. At a loser's bracket will be tough. I'm not going to sugarcoat this, Florida fans. Florida won't win if they don't improve the top of the lineup here in this next matchup. I don't care who they play, Florida, Kentucky. Christopher, I appreciate you joining us. Ask, who do you think wins tonight's Kentucky A&M matchup? A&M has Prager going. They saved their ace, not really for Kentucky. I think it's just how the matchup. I thought they had a good matchup against Florida with Prager, but they didn't obviously pitch him, as Florida fans know in this thread. I don't know. Something tells me I like Kentucky in this ballpark, man. They don't panic. They're an experienced team. They're not just happy to be in Omaha, even though it's the Kentucky baseball program's first time to be in the College World Series. They play small ball. Their style fits this ballpark. I know I say that, wind blowing out a little bit today, but still, they don't really beat themselves defensively. I kind of like Kentucky. I think at some point the Braden Montgomery piece is going to come back to hurt A&M. And it's not going to be anybody's fault. He just had a lower extremity injury. It sucks. It sucks for the sport. It sucks for Texas A&M. You'd love to be seeing Braden Montgomery playing, but I think at some point that's going to hurt them. Give me Kentucky tonight. Florida Super Camp. Florida's going to have a great story to tell if they win the national championship. They absolutely are. They absolutely are. It'd be phenomenal. One of the last teams in, lose their first game in Omaha, and they come back and win it. I don't see that happening. No offense, Super Cam, but that would be an incredible story. You'd be absolutely right. And I think Florida's who is this? Ryan Brack. I like Kentucky today too. Yeah, something about Kentucky, man. I have Tennessee versus Kentucky in the national championship series. I know Florida fans aren't going to like that, but again, we're going to call it as we see it here. I think I don't really like Florida in this next one, guys. I'm going to be honest with you. The top of the lineup hasn't produced in this World Series. That's going to have to change. Maybe it does. I would like their chances a little bit better, probably against A&M. After Prager, I really don't like A&M. I should say I don't like A&M staff. It's not as tough. It's not as built forward tough, as you'd say. They're not giving Ford a plug there. But big win for Florida, though. 5-4 win, getting the win over NC State, eliminating NC State. They are now gone. Florida will, again, guys, I've said it, will go on to play tomorrow night's elimination matchup against the loser of tonight's winner's bracket, Kentucky versus Texas A&M. Guys, I appreciate you joining us on this reaction. You have a phenomenal afternoon. I'll see you again tonight if you've been tuning in to all these segments. But I'm your host, Dave Shumate, longtime college football personnel guy in the SEC. Hit the like, subscribe, notification button here with the SEC Unfiltered. All things SEC, guys, 24/7, 365. You have a phenomenal day.